A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the last match of today's. It is the last match of today's action, ladies and gentlemen. Match of the day between two of the prodigal sons of Ugandan pool. Not exactly in the same generations, one having come to the limelight about 9 years ago, 2015, that is Lubola Simon. The other about 4 years later, Caesar Chandiga. A match where you definitely expect too much offensive pull, too much skill, too many clearances, and very good entertainment. Lubola Simon, nil. Chandiga Caesar, nil. Race to 13. Just for information, the match is live on 2 platforms, Facebook and YouTube, both named Break and Finish Live for service of our Facebook and YouTube audiences. Caesar Chandiga has won the leg. He has potted 1 ball on the break. Every time he puts a ball on the break, every time there is a seeming split table, he has only one thing on his mind: to clear the table in one visit. He has proved to be the most lethal player in the country, and if not in the continent. Humble child from the periphery of the country of Uganda, now a resident of the core of the same country in the capital city, to promote a talent that is without a shadow of a doubt one of the very best on the entire continent in terms of playing the sport, up against one of the best attacking players in the country for the last 9 years and still counting. Lubola Simon, nicknamed the computer by his fans when he played with Rock Catalina Pool Club. Also nicknamed the Continental because they say he has the touch that could help him conquer the continent. Caesar Chandiga, nicknamed the Scorpion by himself because he says he has the ability to sting his fans like the African Scorpion. Nicknamed at one time the Dictator because they say he rules over Ugandan pool with no term limits like a dictator. Nicknamed the People's Player because they say everywhere he goes, people love him. Nowadays, lately nicknamed the Ambassador after that contract secured with Joy Heibo Tables in China as its brand ambassador in Africa. The Continental versus the Scorpion, the computer versus the ambassador. Attack versus attack. The Kampala Open Champion 2015 versus the National Open Champion 2022. Boy born from Moyo versus boy born from Ntinda, with the most one-sided head-to-head statistics in the match between the two players. Lubola Simon, the computer, has never ever beaten Caesar. He is attempting to do it only for the first time of late. I have to say he has been commendably shooting quite well. This seemingly single visit clearance is a testament of that. And for all several times they have faced off, it has been Caesar testing first blood. This time, first frame is won by Simon, who leads 1-0. The two players first faced off in my memory in the Uganda National Pool League last year. One long frame which was so determinant for which club was winning the Pool League. A decider between Simon's Scrap Buyers and Caesars Upper Volta Pool Club. A game that was won by Simon and his Scrap Buyers team, which condemned to Upper Volta Pool Club to failure of winning the Pool League. Advantage being taken by Mbale. It is one frame that caused emotion between the management teams of both players to the effect that a money match was suggested there and then in 2 days at Tickles and Giggles, race to $21,000 at stake. That very famous and memorable money match is one of the biggest thumpings you will ever see in what Ugandans call battles, as Caesar defeated the Computer 21-2 in 1 hour and 45 minutes to play a race to 21. You will never ever see that anywhere. The next faced off in a third place match of a tournament that was called the Easter Cup last year in Matuga near Kampala. Caesar again won. This time the defeat was narrower, 6-4. The pair recently faced off the final of a tournament that was organized at KV Pool Arena in Masaka District, dubbed the KV Pool Arena. 64-man double life tournament. Simon's role was to defeat Caesar in the final, for Caesar not to win positions number 1 and 2. And yes, in a race to 9, Caesar won 9-6. 3 matches, the only victory that Simon has was only in a league game, and that one is a one-off frame. He is attempting to defeat Caesar for the first ever time. Skill shot loading. Skill shot unsuccessful. Had to take some time to observe the big possibility of a foul, and Simon played well enough for his shot to be legal. And as expected, Caesar snookers. Like I normally say, that's a falling ball. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in case of a falling ball where a ball falls in the pocket without contact with any of the players or their set of play, their run of play, the same ball is replaced to the same exact position where it was. Caesar seems to be going for a combination shot now, putting both black and yellow in the same pocket, in the same shot. For a player of his level, it should not be a big problem as long as he calms himself down. Just like that, Caesar equalizes 1-1, and somehow Brian this time flips the scoreboard, and yet the last frame he decided not to. Computer 1, Caesar 1.
I suppose that still is it. Push it.
We are at Dice Lounge, ladies and gentlemen. Venue is pretty much full to capacity. Fans, most of whom reside at the outskirts of this town. Some have traveled distances. I can see the Vice Chairman of the Procession of Uganda in the building. Team the Scorpion, the management team, some of them are in the building, especially Stephen Austin. I can see the director of the Advanced Talent Agency is in the building. Caesar with a dry break. It is not the best ever start from Caesar. He definitely is the favorite. He is in any match against any Ugandan player. Not that he's not beatable. But when you see some of the action, the start of the game, Simon clearly queuing well, Caesar clearly giving away some chances, you just think that computer has a chance here. This seems like a foul. Yes, it is. Like I normally say, fouling against Caesar is almost a criminal offense. Though I have to say he's playing the yellows, which are not exactly good balls. But he will have only one thing in his mind: to go for the game. It is the only way he knows how to win, and many a times he does it successfully. The free shot was not the best. He could have played the resting position of the yellow. Isn't so much in his favor. The yellow closest to your screen on the left. Of all the venues where we have regular tournaments in Uganda, Dice Lounge is the one where Caesar doesn't have so many good results. I think this is the 4th tournament he's playing here. He has won 1, lost 2. He has lost a money match here as well to Mansour. Actually, he has lost 2 money matches, 1 to Mansour and 1 to Hazard. So it is not exactly a very good hunting ground, Dice Lounge, for the Scorpion. Tournament he won was an 8-man comp. And on that day, he defeated Hazard in the final. This time, if he's to reach the final, he must first deal with the computer in a race to 13 for a place in the semi-final happening tomorrow afternoon. And yes, the opponent will be none other than Dog City, one of those players who have historically given Caesar the hardest time. Also, one of those players who have had very interesting games with the computer. However, Dog City's opponent will be a very exciting semi-final. The other semi-final shall be between Hazard and Odong. That is the route for the final. Caesar needs a skill shot here. Every time you watch him, be ready to see something. This time, we do not see something. Seems computer is trying to sink the red to the corner pocket. White ball could open up the black. Very successful shooting. Very good shooting. The only little problem is that the final resting position of the yellow is so close to the black ball, to the red ball at the center pocket on the right, that it could give him some little difficulty. No wonder it is the ball he aims to play next now. Be sure that you are going to enjoy lots of very good cue ball control from both players. Be sure you are going to enjoy clearances from both players. Be sure you'll enjoy skill shots from both players. When players of this level normally face off, the sport wins. To 1, the computer is in the lead. needs to break well. He needs to be at his very best, Luvola Simon, to stand a chance of taking down the Scorpion for the very first time. I know that the sound is most likely not the best enjoyable sound you can have. Apologies to you, because it is night time. I have to switch to use a different microphone. That eliminates some of the background sound, to the effect that if music is not so loud, the video is safe and the streaming platform is safe. But in trying to do that, there is less entertainment from the noise. It is less natural. The environment is less natural. But as of now, it is the best that I can do. A very good start by the computer. I have to commend. The game he has lost was a failed skill shot. Trying out a master shot for the first time in the match, Simon, and it ends in failure. And Caesar quickly reports to the table with 2 shots. It's a game he can finish off. Nine times out of 10. So far his game has not exactly clicked together. The white ball was touching Caesar's yellow. His intention was to play the white ball against the cushion. It's a legal shot. He wanted to snooker and it ended in failure. One of the times when I can safely say a poor shot by Caesar. The computer takes a 3-1 lead against Caesar. It is possible. The way Computer is queuing so far, he could instill hope in his fans that it is possible. He has never had a victory against Caesar in a race, but ever since that 21-2 demolition in the matches that followed up between the two, Simon has been bringing the scores closer and closer and closer. In fact, Caesar defeated Computer last time they faced off in the final of that double live tournament in Masaka, where he won positions number 1 and 2 against Simon 9-6, but it took a perfect game from Caesar. It was a total performance, and yet Computer was able even then to win 6 games. How many times do you see Caesar playing safeties when he had an opportunity to open up the game? It is testament of an early fine performance from his opponent of the day in the Computer, who is so far the one playing innovatively and elaboratively. Normally it is Caesar doing that. Computer knows that he has to produce a combination shot here. Both the yellow ball he's aiming at and the red bottom corner pocket sinking in the same pocket, in the same shot. Has to be with a little bit of top spin if he's to play it now, such that white also follows the target ball for him to ride the other yellow closest to your screen against the rail on the left of your wing area. But no room for failure. Skill is right. White ball is not exactly accurate. When your opponent is Caesar, you cannot afford to blink. And he decides to play patiently. I am not so sure the shot is good enough. Three-1 down. The Scorpion is. It is a very rare occurrence. He's a long racer, Caesar. The best long racer in the country with no shade of a doubt. That a race to 13 Many people would think the match is over before it even starts. But so far, he's being given a taste of his usual medicine. Yet another miss from Caesar Simon. Can see the center pocket yellow clearly. It will take big skill for him not only to pot but also get white ball for his second yellow. That is the big skill I'm talking about. It is a shot worthy of the sun from the fans.
Come on, Scorpion, come on, Scorpion. Come on, please. Come on, come on, like. Chance the chance.
Can't believe my eyes that after all of that hard work, Simon could only foul.
Chance the chance, chance the chance.
Thank you for watching. On both platforms, we are way past the 1K mark in total watching live, as two of East Africa's finer talents entertain us in competition. We are enjoying the last match in the quarterfinals of the ongoing Dice Lounge Creme de la Creme annual tournament between Caesar and the computer. Caesar is trying to gain his usual rhythm. Yes, he pulls one back. Caesar 2, computer 1. The Brian of today is a little bit segregative. He loves to flip the scoreboard when Caesar puts the black. He loves to ignore the scoreboard when Simon puts the black. He's not yet fired up. His guy, his hero, is not yet in the lead. Maybe.
Come on, guys, come on. Come on, Caesar, come on. Come on. Now is enough for you.
Big thanks to the viewers. Cabria Tony, Marina Viva Music supporting Caesar. Every time Caesar is gifted with 2 shots, I normally call that a criminal offense in sporting terms. He can never hesitate to make a clearance with such a good split of the balls and 2 shots given out freely almost as a gift. It is less than 1 minute in which Caesar has second to equalize from 3-2 to now 3-3. This time Brian flips the scoreboard with a little bit of life and speed in him. Starting to get fired up as his hero gets fired up. Marina Viva Music. Betty Tabitha, you say nice play, Simon. Normally you are a Caesar fan, Joe Swag. Saying, come on, Lighty. Who is the Lighty of the two? Joe Swag, Sinabri and Najib, thank you for watching. You say Brian will doze. No, from where I'm watching, from he's not dozing. He has brought back that t-shirt that made him famous and popular during that first money match between Caesar and Ganda Ganda just over 1 month ago. Thank you, Romano Unlimited, for watching. Twaha Mugabi, Sylvester Mtunzi, uploading computers performance as well, Roma Bulana. Lukwago Abdallah, you say Caesar winning statistics. You say it is very disappointing. I have to say he has not started at his very best. Sometimes he just drains the life out of his opponents. When he makes a bad start, he works hard to bring himself back in the game, and when he is back in the game, then he starts gliding away with victory. It seems it is what he's exactly trying to do. Senyonjo Isaac, Kelvin Omoy, Jakocha Archives, Kingsley Isheniv, Isa Isaac, Martin Molisi Ndwandwe. Caesar needs to be careful here. Try not to get himself snookered in this effort. Good enough. That's the little problem of the white ball being so close to Simon's red. But it is not a problem for Caesar. The ball is too straight for him to miss. And yet, as straight as it was, Caesar misses. This one at Simon's level should be a gift of a game. Yes, it's not very obvious, but should be a gift. Caesar has been now being treated to the same way he treats his opponents when they give away such chances. Computer regains his lead as narrow as it is, 4-3. This match is more exciting than you initially thought. Brian flips the scoreboard, but he's not a happy Brian. It's not a bad return from the computer. For him to stand a chance to win this match, he must either be in the lead or keep himself within touching distance of Caesar throughout the duration of the match. If that happens, then he will have a chance to win, because while Caesar is clearly the better shooter, but Simon is a good shooter as well and has been doing this even for longer. Lots of successes in his career for a long time. Very few players have been able to keep themselves on the top for such a long period. Became a renowned star in 2015 after winning the Kampala Open Pool Championship at Lomas Bar in Kampala when he defeated Salim Akakwasa in the final. It is the only tournament of the Plus session of Uganda that he has won, but there are so many other non-official tournaments along the way. The Lugazi Open 2016, Lukaya Open 2017, Villa Lounge Open 2022. Lots of weekly comps at Amigos, at Black Sheep Arena, amongst other venues. Has been a representative on Uganda's national pool team from 2017 and still counting. His best performance internationally, especially for the national team, was just at the end of the year at the Grand Monte Casino Hotel in Johannesburg, South Africa, in the Holy Cup, where he and his teammates in terms of Davos, Kenneth Odong, came third in a tournament that had participants from about 10 countries, from Zambia to South Africa to Zimbabwe. Sorry, Zambia wasn't participating, to Ireland to Australia. He also reached the quarterfinals in the singles category in the Howley Cup and was Uganda's best performer, by the way, in the singles. The only participant among the men who reached the quarterfinals. All others, including Castles, including Caesar, including Odong, including Ibra, including Habib, including Ian, were all out of the tournament in the earlier rounds. Simon fought on up to the quarterfinals and lost out to the eventual third runner-up, none other than Pila Mazambani of South Africa. Last year he also reached the final of the V8 Pool Championship that was organized in Kisumu, Eastern Kenya, losing out narrowly to the eventual winner Rashid Wagaba, Dog City. He has won 2 selection trials of the Uganda national team, qualifying in first position for international tournaments in 2023 as well as 2019, when the national team was planning for the All Africa Pool Championships that were organized in Mpumalanga, South Africa. Here he is, needing 2 big shots here to even stand a chance. In this frame, he seems to be going for a safety shot, but it is not a successful safety shot. For as long as Caesar can at least pot a ball, he will be good to go. Looks like a clearance. Loading another one from Caesar. The only little problem is the black. But given his ability to move the white ball around, it shouldn't be a big problem. Should play the white ball with spin against the cushion. Bottom left spin, such that the white ball moves leftwards compared to where he's standing, but rightwards from where you are watching. Just like that. And unfortunately, he misses the target. Advantage, computer. Simply needs support. Tap the yellow, leave the white ball in space, but he does even better. Very good set of skills in his hand. Still believes in himself. Final resting position of the white ball is not good enough at all. It's almost frozen against the cushion. But no problem. Simon sinks black for the 5th time in the match. Computer 5, Caesar 3, rest to 13. Yes, Richard Kleberson, Bebe Cool's manager, by the way. We know normally watching with you guys. This time he has come to the venue and would like to say hi. Say hi to the viewers and tell them whatever you want to tell them.
Hello, Break and Finish followers. Thanks so much for supporting the game. I'm here to support my friends. Computer is my guy. This is also my guy. Let's enjoy the game.
But who would you really love to see winning? Even if they were your children, you would fancy someone.
I would fancy Caesar to win, but I would like Computer to give him a big challenge.
Okay, now I see. And by the way, he's the guy who designed the Uganda national pool team uniform.
Also for Black Sheep, I think you guys have seen Black Sheep uniforms.
Exactly. You can tell them where they can pick their copies.
My office is at Kampala Boulevard, basement B25. I also have another office at Nasa Road, Blue Heights building.
Kampala Boulevard building, basement B25.
And also Blue Heights.
And Blue Heights building, Nasa
room
Road.
284.
Room 284. Yes, when you support a lover of pool, you are supporting pool. Caesar, no surprise, he treats us to the first green apple of the match. A few statistics that have been ongoing. Caesar won the leg. 9 games have been played. He has broken 5. And Simon 4. Caesar has had 3. fair breaks with having at least a ball potted and 2 dry breaks out of the 5. Simon has broken 4 games. 2 of them he has been breaking and potting, 1 dry break and 1 foul break. There has been 1 green apple, of course, by Caesar. Each of the players out of those frames has had 1 clearance. There has been 1 snooker in the match by Caesar. 2 skill shots, 1 each by each player, those combination shots. 3 unforced errors in the match, 1 by computer, 2 by Caesar, 1 void break where black is potted on the break, and it is by computer, and it has just happened seconds ago. Simon 5, Caesar 9. It is the kind of score which Brian, the scoreboard man, didn't see coming. He's not rejuvenated yet. If he's to pick up his vibe, the Scorpion has to keep winning. If he's to keep with such a low mood, the computer has to keep winning.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder, the match is live on 2 platforms, Break and Finish Live Facebook and Break and Finish Live YouTube. For those who prefer YouTube as your viewing platform, you feel free to serve yourself that site, but live commentary is only here. Thank you for watching. Dr. Herbert to the agenda. The pool-loving doctor. Ugandan nowadays must be based in Canada. He has forgotten how to speak Runyankore and Luganda. Speaks Canadian and some little bit of English. Thank you, good doctor, for the good job you did as a manager of pool and your work as vice chairman of the Pool Association of Uganda. Betty Tabitha, the stubbornest person in the comment section, always watching. I know her as a supporter of Caesar today. She seems not so decided on who to support. Clinicism has been the definition of some of the clearances from the computer today. At the age of 26, already a mature, experienced player. He's represented a number of pool clubs before. Spice Pool Club at the age of only 12. Also Rock Catalina Pool Club, Mambole Pool Club, Hot Pool Club, Icon Pool Club. Now proud player with Scrap Buyers Pool Club in the Uganda Pool League. 3-year contract on paper. Against the black, it won't come easy, but Simon still does it. It is one of those times when fire is responded to with fire. I mean an apple by Caesar being responded to by an apple from the computer. And who will you be if you are not entertained by the talents of these guys? All that Brian is doing is scrub his head in disbelief of what is happening on the table. Maybe the Dice Lounge cast is on for Caesar. Out of over 30 tournaments he has won in Uganda, only one of them has happened at Dice. And he has lost 2 tournaments here. He has lost 2 money matches here against Hazard and Mansour respectively. And in both money matches, although he had started both players with +6, they defeated him with a scoreline which didn't even necessitate the +6 head start for them to win. It is one venue where he hasn't exactly had the best performances he could have. The boy whose each and every move makes 3 regions of the country of Uganda absolutely proud. The West Nile region where he was born, the Lango region where he was raised, and the Acholi region where he is nurtured as a player, are all watching in support of the Scorpion, the most popular player in the country right now. Yes, the most popular pool player on the continent right now, and in my book, one of the most popular players in the world today is having a surprise of a performance that he didn't see coming from a computer that is so determined to take down the Scorpion for the very first time. Shout out to you, Edwin Kaimba. I know you are watching. Very silent watcher. You love both of these guys. I don't even know who you fancy to win this one. They seem to be 2 of your very favorite players. Thank you for supporting the both of them in their careers. And I know you are watching at Chilla's Pub in Chisasi in Kampala. Thank you for watching Top Seed Brian, a very big Caesar fan who resigned from the Caesar management. That is the worst move, Top Seed, you have ever done in pool. It was as poor a decision as your own poor playing style. Chanda the Eye, Eddie Edema watching from Ghana. Oh, greetings to you. Thank you for watching and all is sharing, and the fact that West Africa is now following East African pool. Once again, I have to apologize to you guys for the sound of the audio.
Come on, Scorpion. Come on.
I'm using a wireless microphone which filters out at least some of the background noise. If the music is not so loud, the microphone enables the page, the streaming platforms, to remain safe. It is why I am using it. Thank you, Bakamoso, visitor watching from Botswana, Ronnie Wafula, Molikani Ngwako, Try Makapesa from Zimbabwe, Sad Carlton, Hulela, Ntwanano Papa, and Ziso. Thank you for watching from South Africa. You love this game. Greetings to all the Mzansi nation. Moses Bogere, Position Pool Club from Zimbabwe. I'm not so sure whether it was a skill or a fluke. Either way, it didn't work out for the computer advantage Caesar. And the computer knows that this frame is taking it to 6-5. Eswell Ramablana, also from South Africa. Mugabe Twaha. Ngwere from Zimbabwe. The sound of your name, maybe you are watching from Gweru town, between Harare and Bulawayo. Ronnie Fish Magic Kitsisiang, Maseka Magoloa, Alex Mbingana, Ruben Israel, also Botswanan, Mao Ketsa Senior, watching from Francistown in Botswana. Computer misses the bank. That should have given him the frame. Almost conceded. He knows that this is Caesar's win. The 10 frames after which the players are free to have a timeout are done. They are free to have their timeout. But it seems they are choosing to play on. Caesar 5, Computer 6, race to 13. And how about a break and finish from the computer live on the break and finish page? Computer is doing exactly what he needs to do. When you take the lead, you just don't accept the opponent to equalize. Every time he gets close to you, you step further away. That is exactly what has been happening for the last 5 or 6 games. Ever since Computer went 3-1 up, it has been pretty much the same case. Caesar 5, Simon 7. Once again, they are racing to 13. Yes, about midway through the match. So far, so good from Computer. So far, not so good from Caesar. The expectation is starting to mount up in Ntinda and Bokoto and Chisase and Chiwatuli. A little bit of worrying in Arua and Gulu and Lira and Moyo and Ajuman. The break is fair with a ball potted, but it's not at all a good split of the balls. But if the player on table is Caesar, who knows what? Only one split second he can play a game opening shot, and before you know it, the game is there for the taking. He reached this level of last 16, Caesar, by taking down Dembaba, Yoda Sembusi. If I'm not mistaken, it was 11-7, but in that process he had 6 apples. 4 of them red, 2 of them green. Green apple is where, as a player, you break and finish the frame. A red one is where your opponent dry breaks and you finish the frame. That means that he took out Dembaba, courtesy of apples. For today on the apple front, there have been 2 green apples, 1 each from each player. No red apple yet. Maybe this is the 3rd green apple of the match. Oops. We normally jokingly call that an abortion, where a ball jumps out of the cushion. Not a mistake from the player. It is, you'll say, the fault of the table. And when the player needs to play backspin, he can't go slow. And bad enough, the resting position of the red is right behind the black. Maybe it may not be Caesar's day. Thank you for watching. Cliff Ntlemo, Rachel Mbewe, Top Seed, stop calling Rachel Mbewe your wife. You have Debbie. Mobs Mush, thank you. You are supporting who you call the ambassador in Caesar. Lennon Mohan Tumelo Clifford. Tuso Manyoli, thank you for watching from Cape Town in South Africa. Mandioli Clifford Eswell Ramabulana Hoikan Nuxidanu Afande Kerekere once again watching. I know you are a fond fan of Caesar, but the way Caesar is playing, you may need to arrest him. Better still, you may need to arrest Simon to stop what he's trying to do to Caesar. But thank you for watching Afande Kerekere. I'm your follower too, and you always follow this. You always share these videos of these players. You are doing a good work, good job for this sport. You are doing exactly what we love you to do. Thank you, Afande Kerekere. But return home, eh? Yeah, you need to be at the venue one of these days. Almost a skill shot that opened up the game. Exactly the black. What can a computer do in this case? Seems it's going for the way he was aiming. He was seemingly going for the bottom left pocket. because it would allow the white ball to probably open up the black ball if he were successful. Even if it's the computer, this one is very difficult to produce, to perform, to perfect. But there is a reason why guys nicknamed him the computer. That is the reason as to why. Had he potted, it would be such a shot. Fortunately for him, even the miss, because he had gotten himself snookered. Dice Lounge, Monyonyo, Kampala is the venue. And I'm told it is a foul. I'm not just told, the computer's hand. What is happening is these players are doing auto umpire. Computer may score in terms of winning the frame, but he doesn't score in terms of sportsmanship. The organizers only interfere when the players appeal on their own. That is now history. Simon 8, Caesar 5. A surprise score is seemingly possible. Because in a rare turn of events, the score is 8-5. Probably if you just came to the stream and you saw 8-5, you would assume a definite assumption that it is Caesar with 8. The news I have to give you is that he is on 5 and the computer with 8. Look at the yellow ball closest to your screen on the left. Caesar is definitely playing with it in mind. The white ball will have to open up that ball. If successful, then Caesar will be home. And that's exactly what I'm talking of. Even when he's not exactly having a very good day, the specialities of this guy are there for everyone to see. The next will be white ball bouncing off the cushion to put black in the right corner pocket. That is a reminder to Computer that even though he has been leading, he has been playing well. He is playing against a guy who can take this game away, who can turn the score in no time at all. Caesar will definitely be attempting another clearance. He knows it in his mind that to win this match, he has to be at his very best. No doubt he can. Simon's foul saying foul. It's not a jump shot, it's simply a miscue. He has unfortunately left an open table. And Simon takes away the yellows and is playing to make a clearance. I think Computer will put the yellow ball to the center pocket he's looking at. The white ball should be able to push the second yellow nearest to the corner pocket. As you can see, he's without a doubt shooting damn good. And he knows that to even stand a chance against Caesar, he must be at his best. Being at his best is exactly what he's doing, at least so far in the match. But being at his best is not what he has done in that shot. In fact, I will call that clearly reckless. No need having risked by going hard. There was absolutely no need. Complacency is the worst thing a player can have when their opponent is Caesar. He's Uganda's national champion and Uganda's number one seeded player. And that is not for nothing. There is a reason for that. There is a performance behind all that. There are results behind that. Most sought after player in Uganda by management teams, by pool clubs, management teams in and out of the country. He's on the radar of Ultimate Pool. Don't get surprised if sometime in the future, as early as later this year, you see him on the British screens. is the ambassador of joy Heibo tables in Africa. That is all not for nothing. Not exactly as Caesar wanted, but I think he should be okay. He wanted to put that red ball to the bottom left pocket, but he can go for the center pocket, simply rolling the ball, and he will be good to go. Natural movement of the ball to get a good white for the black. And yet he misses. The way the match has been unfolding so far, I know that in Simon's mind, he sees an opportunity. He knows that his opponent is not having a very good day. Good skill shot from the computer. Has to be careful. And sinks in. The black with relative ease computer. 9, Scorpion 6. I will say, I'll read the scores again. Computer 9, Scorpion 6. Brian refuses to flip his scoreboard. It is the first time out of our match, with Simon leading 9-7 against Caesar. Live commentary will be resuming with the resumption of the match in 5 minutes, but the stream shall remain on.
Singa okumusomera ku mmeeza ate abyagazanya ku mmeeza waliwo emirundi gyennalabye ng'alinga omupiira nkumi mu ttabo esiza kuleeta bulungi osigala mmeeza yamuboolera zenedde ogwo yennyini bw'aba azalira bwati abazanyi bali babiri abakali omuzanyo nga bamugasa ayisabye budde endwala gye badde bamutwala mu ttayima ebadde entuufu kuba buli wabadde alyayo akasajja kazzaawo lwalyayo nga kazzaawo Echupa yo kuyingira mpola misuwa. Kale niyo mwana chichiko. Nebozowa. Kumaino kunomwe ngadoke kisera ngashwa kuutira kusowana. Nenga bwomule wantayina busi. Nenga bwakikuwa ndikitu sawa. Sowana babadde awutanga omwe okubalukuzi. Kati bine nosimbe ngalo. Ejjako kozira akakisimira. Ayole. Bakwa muto. Yakyali muto akusobola. Duwali emyaka gy'enju. Abo batujja agenda zimbulukusa ate kati si atambula ewalifu emyezi mukaaga yagenda okivaamu ng'ali muti omusajja buye yeewa mirembe n'akeera nga kunambulakulawa ku bagagga gye basula kukolaki.
We are back. Ladies and gentlemen, Caesar down 9-7 against Simon. The first 2 or 3 games will determine who of the two players will have had a better psychological impact from the timeout, who of the two will have had a better talk with their management teams, who of the two will utilize the timeout to have a grip on the match. Caesar Potts on the break with a very good split of the balls, with a big likelihood to make it 9-8 with a clearance. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. East African time, which will be 10 a.m. in Zambia and Zimbabwe and South Africa, and elsewhere in Southern Africa, it will be Kenneth Odong. It will be Kenneth Odong taking on Hazard. And then at 2 p.m., that will be the first semi-final at 2 p.m. It will be Dog City taking on whoever wins this match. Then there will be a third place match between the losers of the two matches I've read to you. And thereafter, a final at 8 p.m. East African time. This one will be a break and finish by Caesar for the third time in the match. Actually, for the second time in the match. Caesar 8, Simon 9. To Computer and his supporters, you have every reason to be worried. The lead is seemingly about to be blown away in the next minute or so. An apple from Caesar, followed up by a foul break from Simon, most likely to make it 9-9. The music is being made so loud. I'm so worried. I'm just hoping my microphone can filter as much as possible of the music. Clearly, it's going to be 2 quick games in succession by Caesar. Sometimes you can play well against him, but sometimes playing well may not be good enough. You must have a perfect game to take down this guy. He's just seemingly starting to pick up his rhythm. This time, Brian came to flip the scoreboard and he found his work already done. The tips start coming in from the fans. It's however not yet done. If we are to have this game go down to the wire, there are 7 games left and the rest of 4 now. Maximum 30 minutes will be enough for us to get this done if it goes to the wire. Caesar's bricks have been sorted. He now leads in the break and pot category. He leads in the apple category. He leads in the clearance category. Statistics that are important for winning a match. The table remains open. Kyabadde kitanga ate namenye yamenye n'ateeba kimanyi yamenye n'ateeba Simon yamenye n'ateeba yerera abamulaba Just when Simon seemed to have regained his momentum, he has missed at the time when he needed, he least needed to miss a shot. And he knows that Caesar will not allow him back into this frame. He knows it. Whoever is winning this match will come back tomorrow for a date with Dog City in the semi-finals. Whoever loses this match will see the end of his participation in this tournament. A lovely skill from Caesar. It was a bit pressurous to the fans watching at the venue, seeing the white moving towards the center pocket. They were at last relieved. And Caesar pots. Now Brian is fired up. Look at the scoreboard. 10-9. It is the first time in the match that Caesar is in the lead. The very first time. 19 games played. 10 for Caesar, 9 for Simon. Still tight, but I have to say that the momentum has now shifted to Caesar. He's the guy who has been coming from behind. He has successfully equalized and gone a game ahead. He's breaking better, is clearing better, and is now avoiding unforced errors. Bad enough for Simon, another dry break. Last time Simon was in a tournament was 4 days ago. That comp at Laban's in Namlanda, he came to a defeat in the first round to the hands of Mansour. He also participated in another tournament at Roxbury exactly 6 days ago today, Friday last week. He was the losing finalist to yet again Mansour. Was part of the guys that had money matches against Ganda during that Jerry tour of Uganda. In fact, he was the first on the lineup, and for $1,000 in a rest of 15, he lost 15-10. Good shooting from Caesar, but we are waiting to see what he will do for especially the red ball closest to your screen near those two balls on the right. That, I believe, is where his game shall be won or lost. Seems he will play the white ball inside the motion to move it in pretty much a straight line to try and put that bad red to the bottom left corner pocket. And the nod of his head suggests that he is not okay with what he has just delivered. He's in some kind of trouble. Good enough for him anyway. Simon's game is bad. So many dead balls. Even if Caesar doesn't finish this frame. Going for the center pocket with good control of the white ball. Not good enough. Thank you, Tonic Zenzo, watching from Botswana. Ruben Mwale. Spina Kenny. Damon Alexson. Elijah Mlenga, Macmillan, Constant Jones. Abdul Hakim Jenksi. Chaimo Kapesa. Chitamo Robinson, watching from Zambia. Keteletse Bosopeng, you say your favorite is Caesar. Munyara Zinyoni, thank you for watching. Mokasa Robert Sekabira Aiton. Senyonjo Isaac Sams. Moses Bukenya Bike, a proud supporter of Ibra, thank you for watching this game. Hoikani Neskidanu, thank you for watching as well. Clifford Mafolokwani, thank you for watching, as well as Charles Ndaba Kisembo James, Trust Stanley. That will not be enough for Caesar. He leaves himself a big level of difficulty to try and put red ball maybe to the top corner pocket, or better still bank it to the bottom right corner pocket, and in trying to do that he fouls advantage computer. If he doesn't utilize Simon these two shots to try and equalize, if he loses this frame, he will have no business trying to win this match. I'm not so sure it is a good or bad shot from Simon. A white ball you will say is safe. Can't even imagine where Caesar would fancy putting this ball. Maybe he try a very sharp cut. Maybe it is the best option he has. A very sharp cut to the bottom right corner pocket closest to your screen. Not easy. Actually, it was overcutting. Simon with an opportunity to make a clearance that would help him equalize and put the match once again in a big suspense. Unfortunately for him, he misses at the time when he least needs to make unforced errors and allows Caesar to take a 2-game lead, which will put him in a very big advantageous position to go to the semi-finals. Look at Brian, the scoreboard guy. He has just communicated to Caesar that I need to. Fatin is a very long race when you are playing against Caesar, irrespective of who you may be. For tomorrow, guys, by the time we play the final, which I believe will be the same time as today, and yet it will be a weekend, if the music is as loud as it is, like I suspect it will be so loud, the final will be streamed only on YouTube with muted sound. Unfortunately, on Facebook, there is no provision for muting sound. This clearly puts the very existence of the page at risk and not exactly worth it.
Come on, Scorpion.
Computer can no longer afford to make an unforced error. The attempt in that case was to play that bank shot to use it to open up the pocket. Better still occupy it with his own ball, that bottom left corner pocket. In the end, he finds himself fouling yet again. Advantage Caesar. Very unforgiving player in Caesar. He has a score to settle here at Dice Lounge. It is the venue which has subjected him to the biggest number of defeats in his story in Ugandan pool. Played 4 tournaments here and has only won 1. He has won only one of them. He has played 2 money matches here and has lost them both. Against Hazard and against Mansour. And I must say that given the performance of all players as I've just seen, I would say that Hazard is the favorite to win this tournament. That is just my opinion. It doesn't mean he will win it. It is just an opinion. The reason why Caesar is thinking so much is that yellow, where he has been pointing his cue, it intercepts the movement of the white ball. But no doubt he's the guy with the kind of skill. And he does it. Look at Brian, the scoreboard guy. Look at him. Very good shooting from Caesar. And very good jubilations from Brian. Caesar 12. Simon 9. Rest to 13. 1 to go for Caesar. For Simon to win this match, he must win the rest of the games. 4 in number in a row. Thank you, Sniper. Bambelesa watching from Botswana. Thomas Nonde watching from Zambia. Kaliati from Zambia as well. Robert Medson also from Zambia. Pian will share Micros from Kaliro in Uganda. Zulu Moses from Zambia. Josexto Mugisha. You say my words will betray me, Josexto. Which words? Mambos was Sembo James. Anthony Egesa. Motsebata from Botswana. Sydney Mwenya from Zambia. Hamza Mnandi from South Africa. Kefasi. Sefsi Yusepol is cool. Moses Kingori, thank you for watching. Nathaniel Mats. Wesley Naz Plata. Shadi. Romano supporting Caesar. Majepro. Brian. David Francis. Same Mambo. Sam Jeremy. Tendai. TKs. Kodawashe Chingwahire. You respect Caesar. Thank you for watching. Solomon Guest House. Mosa Malangu, for the love of pool. You are watching from South Africa. Shoksi Dinio. You are saying good morning. You must be from somewhere, maybe in South America or North America. Good morning to you. Wandile Bekswayo. Benson Chirume. Manyarazi Joshua. Junior Kaimana. Dennis Ongom. Emmanuel Bright Costa. Caesar has just drained the energy out of Simon. Not because of playing negatively, but one of those times when you try your best to defeat a guy who has been a stone in your shoe for so many times, and yet it just turns out that even your best is not good enough. That is exactly what computer is going through as of now. Love Madungwa, thank you for watching. Jack Konza, George Ndungu, how are you too? Mambos Vosve. You say I don't know how to pronounce his names. Francis Mukweko will teach me. Don't worry. Polomani Lutudi, thank you. Supporting Caesar from South Africa. Manny Punky from Ghana. Elton. Frank Moscotom, thank you for watching. Makwesi OJ. Caesar in a move that will most likely make him winner of this game. Even Mother Luck is with him. The white ball is safe. And by a simple roll of the ball against the rail to the corner pocket closest to your screen on the left, the white ball has a natural movement. He could choose to put black ball either in the left center pocket or left corner pocket. Goes for the corner pocket. As easy as that. The dance from Brian is testimony that Caesar is the victor of today's match against the computer. Final score: Chandega Caesar 13, Lobola Simon 9. The prize for Caesar is a place in tomorrow's semi-final against Rashid Wagaba. That one will even be closer than this one. It will be coming on tomorrow at 2 p.m. East African time. Before then, at 11 p.m., Hazard will be taking on Kenneth Odong. After those two matches, the third place match between the losers of those two games before the winners face off in the final at 8 p.m. East African time. For being such a wonderful crowd, I wish you a lovely night.